Sounds like nonsense.
Nonsense.
Sounds like nonsense.
Now that sounds like nonsense.
That sounds like nonsense.
Sounds like nonsense.
You know what
to
that
me.
sounds like?
Sounds
Sounds
like
like nonsense.
nonsense.
That sounds like
Sounds like
nonsense.
nonsense.
Sounds like
Is this what it's
nonsense.
gonna sound like?
Sounds like nonsense.
Sounds like
Sounds
nonsense.
like no.
Sounds like nonsense.
It's nonsensical.
And it sounds like this. Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Will.
How are you doing, bud?
Good. Where's Jeff?
I don't know. Where's Courtney?
I don't know. It's just the two of us. They left us alone.
Just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Well, I'm very
Yeah.
sorry for the listeners if there is any out there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Jeff had to work. We've been on a weird schedule lately. Just everything's been kind of crazy. We missed Sunday. You had to play a memorial.
Yeah.
So we couldn't do our show the way we normally do. And last week we did Wednesday, St. Patty's Day. Courtney's in Mammoth right now. I should be in Mammoth with them, but I had to stay and work. But
He stayed to do this.
I did take most of today to do this. I mixed in with some office work.
Yeah.
But you had to get this done. We don't want to go a week without anything. And
Absolutely.
so, anyways, I think this Sunday we're going to be back to our normal, regular schedule.
I think so too.
And we definitely have some really rad guests coming up. So
Looking forward to that.
that's going to be awesome. So being that I'm home alone right now.
Ooh. Now I got to ask you.
Yes.
Now, do you really believe in paranormal? Do you get a little scared?
So yeah, this is kind of what I was going to get into.
Is it
you
a
know,
little
like,
creaky at night?
when I'm alone, I'm not scared,
Oh, of course not.
but I'm hearing a lot of new noises.
Really?
There's so many noises. I'm like, what is that? Like I thought that I could hear breathing behind me when I was watching TV, and all I'm watching is horror movies and shit too.
Oh, that's yeah.
You know,
that's not helping.
So like I pause the TV. What is that? And then I'm like, no, okay. And I start playing again. I'm like, I'm hearing it again. My hearing's so shot out. This happens all the time. Like I'll think that I hear something. It's like over to the right, and I'll be looking, and Courtney's like, it happened behind you, you fucking dummy. Like,
Wow.
whatever. I don't know. I watch a movie with subtitles. We've talked about this too.
Right,
Like
right.
so I'm hearing this breathing. So then I turn it off again, pause it, and I'm like, I don't hear it. So then I'm holding my breath. Is it me breathing?
Is it me? Wow.
It was.
It was.
It was me breathing and kind of moving the couch a little bit, but it's so quiet in there. I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I could picture you with a little blanket going downstairs to Wendy, who is your mother-in-law. and
Yeah.
Like, can I sleep on the couch?
it's so weird. It's so last night I was in the bathroom, and this is the first question I wanted to ask. Of course, being in the bathroom, it triggers all my questions.
Right.
If you're home alone, do you still lock the bathroom door?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, well, that's a good one because I'm going to say yes because I'd hate somebody or some murderer coming in and watching me take a shit, you know?
I know. I'm like, if I'm going to get murdered, so here's one, though. Like, women, like, one of the self-defense things, like, if they're going to be raped and stuff,
Right.
they're told to piss and shit themselves if they can, because then the rapist doesn't have anything to do with them.
Wow.
So maybe you
That's
leave
so
that
fun.
door open, murder, come get this shit.
Oh.
I don't know. But that being said, no, I lock the door. I'd lock the door for sure.
Yeah.
I always do.
But that's, that's your alone time.
I don't know. It's weird, right? I mean, why not have the door open? Right? And there's no reason not to.
Oh, God.
I don't know. It feels really fucking weird.
Wow.
But-
Well, I'm sorry that you're home alone, but I hope that you're clearing your mind and getting some shit done.
Yeah, no, it's good. I barbecued by myself last night.
Ooh.
I rented a new horror movie, Wrong Turn, 2020 or 2021. I know there's some old Wrong Turn movies that were pretty good too, but this one's completely different. Pretty great. I liked it. I
Yeah.
didn't know anything about it. I just saw that it was available. It was like new, whatever suggested for me. I just clicked, yes, let's do it.
So,
And-
how gory? What?
It was pretty fucked up.
It
Yeah,
was
I mean,
good.
people getting their heads smashed in with sticks and stuff like that.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
a log smashed this one dude up against a tree, squished him pretty good.
Yelps.
You know, stuff like that. I don't want to give away too much.
Okay. A lot of squishing, though.
Lots of squishing.
Lots
Yeah,
of
it was
squish.
great. No, it was twisty and turny. Like
I
just kept thinking, yeah, right. Like I just kept thinking, like, oh, this is over. Like, you feel like you got your finger on it. Like, okay, I know what's happening. And then, boom, something else happens. You're like, what? This movie is still going?
Wow.
It was pretty great. surprised.
So thumbs up.
Thumbs up for Wrong Turn.
Good call. Good
Well,
call.
welcome to the Sounds Like Nonsense podcast, everyone. I am your host, Jeb, and on the number 2s is Mr. Will Ridge.
Hello, everybody.
And then that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, normally we do have 2 other people here hosting like we were talking about earlier, but what we're going to do each week is we're going to listen to some bands, we're going to have some laughs, hopefully, and what we're going to do is we're going to talk to people that surround themselves with music the same way we do. So who's ready for some new fucking music?
Let's do it.
All right, today, Courtney has been on a tear. Leading up to this, she knew she was going to be gone, so she's been doing all kinds of really cool interviews. So what we're going to do, since it's just me and you, we're not going to do our normal show with all of our little segments. We're basically just going to play the interviews and songs and stuff that she has done and just pop in the middle of it. But we got first up is Blacklist Royals. They got a new release coming out called Doomsday Girl, but we're going to play their song Die Young. If you don't know Blacklist Royals, you're fucking up. They're great. And she did an interview with those guys, so you'll get to hear that. Song number 2 is going to be Ford Pier. He's doing some solo stuff, and the song is going to be Charmed, I'm Sure. And he's got a new release called Gormful and Maya. So we'll hear what he has to say as well. Song number 3, I'm cheating just a little bit. I didn't do what I was told to. I'm playing Slow Children because I fucking love Slow Children. These are homies of mine. We've played, 20 shows with them or whatever. They don't exist anymore. The people exist, but the band doesn't. You can find some of their side projects online. We'll post all that stuff. But I'm just going to play, just because I love the song, and we're going to play Mind of My Own. I fucking love that band, love that song, so I'm just going to do that. And then Courtney talked to this chick from the company's called Out Come The Boobs.
Out Come The Boobs.
Yeah, it's like nursing shirt or something, like a nursing bra / shirt, but it's like punk rock shit.
Really?
So it's like for punk rock moms who are nursing, easy access to the titties.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. I told Courtney to get it for me.
Yeah.
I'm your baby, mommy.
Yeah.
So I think she is too. She was like, yeah, all right, I'll get one.
Oh, man.
But she said that was a great interview, and I apologize. I haven't listened to any of these interviews because I've been working.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I didn't want to interrupt you, but
No,
since
go.
you said this just happened this morning.
Yes.
We have a little puppy.
Oh, yeah?
He shit, and then he had a little bit on him, and he got back in the cupboard, so there was a little bit of a mess everywhere. I know, and I said this, Mommy, I poopy bed. And she comes in, she hates it, because I always call her Mommy all the time.
Yeah.
Me sad. And so she really actually had to ask, did you really shit the bed? And I said, no, I didn't shit the bed, but if it did, I'd still have you clean it.
Yeah. Well,
So thank you, Mommy.
thank you, mommy.
Sorry, now you can go on.
No, I mean that was basically it. That's what's going to happen today. That's our
All right,
lineup.
Good. Well, good.
Yeah. It does kind of remind me. I just talked to my mom. It's her birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. And my niece Fred is living with her, and they had this dog that's kind of crazy and whatever. It's been a real issue for them. But I guess it pissed on the bed.
Uh-oh.
And then instead of cleaning the sheets, Fred just took the sheets, put them on the ground, and went to the spare bedroom. The clean bedroom just stole those sheets.
Oh.
Mom's not happy.
Mom's not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not happy at all.
That's not good.
I will spare what she said, but it's pretty fucking funny. It definitely involved white trash and her mom. So, anyways,
All right.
I have been watching a lot of TV and stuff just at night because there's nothing else to do. And I started watching this thing about QAnon. You know what QAnon is.
The letter Q.
Right, Q, and then it's like the conspiracy theorist guys, and that's who's like stormed the Capitol and all that.
Yeah.
There's a pretty great documentary out right now.
Yeah, it's on HBO.
Yeah, that's HBO Max. Yeah, I fell asleep while watching it, but it seems so. I'm seeing a lot of parallels. I'm into cult shit. I love cult things. It's a lot of parallels to Scientology.
Really?
The way these people are like so. Like into it, so enthralled into it and mesmerized. I'm wondering, do you think that QAnon could make themselves a church and be a religion?
Yeah, well, of course.
I mean, I don't know how about you register something like that, but I was like, I could see this being like them being able to claim like some sort of religious tax-free thing, and I don't know.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen it, but is it anything about spirituality?
Well, I mean, what's the line of spiritual? It's ideology, for sure, right? I mean, this is the way people think that everything is going. And I mean, there's the wild shit like, people eating babies and drinking their blood, like
Yeah,
Tom
right.
Hanks is drinking people's
Baby-
blood, right?
right,
That
right.
kind of stuff. Is that any weirder than fucking aliens possessing your body, Scientology style, Phaetons and all that shit?
I guess not. I mean,
Or I mean, let's even go into like not talk shit about all religions here, but like Mormonism is a really weird one too. Like some of their things that they, follow, and that's a newer one. They're able to be a religion.
yeah. I mean, is this something you want to happen?
I mean, no, I think that all churches should be taxed. It's a business. They should all be taxed. I think that everyone should be taxed equally too. I mean, I know that's crazy. Maybe that's socialism, but I think top 1% shouldn't pay less than I have to pay. That doesn't seem right. I'm the one that doesn't have the money. Seems like, okay, fine, tax me. I get taxes need to happen, fine. But why is it different for different people? Like, it should be even Stevens. To me, that seems just fair. But, then again, I'm just a dummy.
Well, yes, you are.
Yep.
And two, I don't know where the tax went from. I thought we were talking about Quinion being at church.
QAnon. Yeah, well, because I'm saying that because if they have this big organization and they're doing these big meetings and all that stuff, they could file for tax exempt status under being a religion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying now.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, like, so if like, because things like that are happening, right? So maybe we could start our own church.
Now we're talking.
Like, let's get enough people on board, and then maybe we could get some tax cuts, son.
Free hot dogs.
Free hot dogs for everyone.
Everyone.
That's the platform that we go.
Yeah, that we're going to start on that one.
Yeah. So
God, you got too heavy. I was just telling you I was going to talk about.
farts and pee-pee?
Yeah, really. We're talking about religion and taxes and politics. I mean, like,
Well,
wow.
I just watched this murder. What is it? The Mormon murders or something too.
Oh.
It's really fucking interesting. You will really like this one
Oh,
actually, because it's like this guy. I don't want to give it away. There's this guy that found all these religious Mormon documents, like the first. What was it, man? I'm gonna fuck it up. This will be retraction for next time. But he found the first published written paper in America or something, this page.
Right.
He found that, and it's worth millions of dollars.
John Smith, right?
Well, no, John Smith is a Mormon leader. He
Right,
started it. He's a grave robber, whatever. But no, this other guy in our times has found these documents and was selling them to the church, and in a big uproar with the church because some of it, the White Salamander letter, challenged what Mormons believe. I can't remember how it goes. Some bird or some shit came down and told this prophecy, and in this paper that he found, it was a white salamander that did it. Right, so everyone's in this uproar, and it's crazy. But then here's what happens: people start getting bombed and shit. That are all surrounding him. He gets bombed and everything. People are getting murdered and shit all around these documents and stuff. Twists and turns, buddy. It is great. It's on Netflix. I suggest that.
What's it called? Mormon murders?
Murder of the Mormons or something like that, But it's pretty fucking awesome. It just got me thinking. I'm like, man, how can these people start religions off of this crazy shit? And then I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, everyone's upset because it wasn't a salamander; it was a bird.
Oh, God.
Okay. Anyhow.
Well, I'm going to check that out. I wanted to tell you, though, that I got my health. I went to my doctor and got a physical.
Oh yeah. How'd that go?
Well, my liver, not so good.
Well, yeah.
It's a C minus.
That's still
passing.
It's still passing.
That's a passing grade.
Yep.
That is passing.
So you're gonna take it easy, or
Yeah, better. But next year it's going to be a D, and next year it'll be an F.
You know what, man? I'm kind of feeling the same way. I was on the diet for a long time, and I lost a bunch of weight, and I stopped drinking beer, and my rum and Coke is my shit,
Right.
Captain and Coke. I barely drink soda now at all. I have a couple sodas a year or something. It's so sugary after I stopped drinking. I drank it my whole life, and then when I stopped, whatever. My point is that I went to vodka.
Yeah.
Vodka soda water, so it's, not as many calories and sugar and shit.
Yes.
I stopped being on my diet, but I kept doing vodka.
Yeah.
And now it's ruining my goddamn guts. My stomach hurts all the time. I'm like, why did I took back bread and everything else and sugar and
You kept the vodka in
I think
there.
the vodka is really what fucking. Well, I know it is. It's what really fucks you up, man.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going back to beers more. I like beers more. I prefer having beers over vodka, anyways. Tastes better.
Yeah, I'd just like to get the job done. That's what I'm saying. You know,
That's the thing, man. It is nice.
You know, I couldn't drink beer all night long, being all bloated. And hey, he said my kidneys are A+.
That's wild.
I don't know. He said this is really good. He kept saying really, really good kidneys, and I'm like, great. But the liver, not so good. But he pretty much said, "Oh yeah, I'm obese as usual."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
I gotta lose weight.
Yep.
And
Sounds like my doctor's appointments. Lose weight, stop drinking so much.
Yep.
I'm like, I know.
I know. So, anyways, I'm about a C-.
Yeah.
Just everything on me is a C.
Well, I'm at a D right now because I was supposed to go get blood today, do the same thing, but instead I'm doing this and having a cocktail. I'm blowing it.
Oh, you got to fast. I also wanted to tell you this one.
Yeah.
There's a new Bigfoot docu-series coming out.
What?
Yes.
What is it?
Based on a triple homicide murders 23 years ago.
What?
North California in the, Emerald Triangle.
Yeah. Okay.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 23 years ago, I think in 1994, there was a murder of 3 men that were ripped apart.
Whoa.
And they said they believe it was on a Bigfoot did it.
Oh, fuck yes.
Now, this guy who's been a journalist, he has been neo-Nazi, infiltrated neo-Nazi gangs of Los Angeles. So he's a very notable, and I'm sorry I didn't I'm very sorry I don't have his name, and I need to.
That'll be retraction.
That'll be retraction. So he's taking it serious, and it's a 3-part documentary of this Bigfoot murderer, and he's taking it seriously, but also kind of tongue-in-cheek. So,
Yeah, I mean, that's the way
he's like, because, he's done some serious shit, so,
Yeah.
he's trying to believe in the murders, so they're going to go and talk about that.
I haven't even heard of this.
It's coming out on 4/20.
Oh, that ruins
Then
the
it kind of
legitimacy.
ruined it, because it's, I know. And
that being said, I'm going to get high as fuck and watch it, so.
yeah, I know. And guess what? You're not going to believe what it's called.
What is it
You're
called?
not going to believe what it's called.
Emerald Triangle Bigfoot. Is it called Ripped Apart?
No, it's called, get a load of this one,
What is it?
Sasquatch.
That's it? Jesus. Okay.
Oh, I really want you guys to watch it. I'm going to watch it.
I'm definitely gonna watch it.
I might be putting it down, and I don't mean to be putting it down. I go to Hulu, take a look at it, read the paragraphs. It's interesting. I want to know if a fucking cryptid tore apart these dudes.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to know.
And it's a big deal because a lot of people go missing in the Emerald Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's where they grow all that weed.
exactly. So
Maybe that old sassy should have smoked a fatty.
well, that's part of the
Just
joke was
relax.
like maybe he wants the real good shit and he got angry and ripped somebody up,
I don't know.
or maybe
No.
they were trying to fuck with Sasquatch and the deal went down and Sasquatch said, "Fuck this, pay me my bills," and ripped them apart.
Bitch better have my money. I get you.
Mama gets my wristwatch.
What?
I don't know. Mama get my wristwatch. I don't know where that came from.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway, Sasquatch, that's coming out on 4/20 April, and that should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, so me and you had talked. Well, I think we talked about it all on the podcast, but it feels like me and you are the ones who talked about it when I was like, I don't need any more fucking Bigfoot stuff. I'm done. I got the Bigfoot cutting board, the cutout, stickers, shirts. I have so many Bigfoot shirts. Don't need any more. My friend Mike sent me a text. He works at Powell Skateboards. He's been on the show here, Mike Taylor. They have a new Bones shirt with a big Bigfoot on
Shut
it. It's
the
fucking killer. And I was like, God damn it. I guess I have to have it.
You gotta get it.
I guess I gotta have it. It's coming. It's already
right.
ordered for me.
Really?
So stupid, dude.
Yeah, well, hey, you got a Sasquatch on your fucking leg.
Yeah, I know.
On a dolphin.
Yeah, cowboy.
Cowboy.
Yeah, and which when we were at the at Heart and Dagger getting our tattoos last week, you said Cowboy Bigfoot. That's probably a band name.
Is it?
It's not. I looked it up.
Cowboy Bigfoot?
Cowboy Bigfoot is not a band name, so that's free. Anyone out there listening, if you want to start a band, Cowboy Bigfoot, maybe that's what I name my new acoustic project.
Ooh.
No.
Bigfoot Cowboys?
Bigfoot Cowboys? Oh, Big Dick Cowboys. No.
Oh, no, you would not be popular.
I'm not going to be popular anyway.
No, not in Texas.
No.
All right.
They don't like their dick jokes.
No, they don't. They take it quite seriously.
Yeah,
don't
they do like their dicks, though. So speaking of dicks, I read this article this week. Sperm counts in all men all around the world has gone down 50% in the last 4 generations.
What?
So they're thinking in like another 40 years, potentially we'll be completely infertile, men.
In 40 years.
In 40 years. There's a GQ article I read, and I read another one too, but the GQ article is one I'm referencing right now.
Wow.
And they say it's because of the Industrial Revolution, all the chemicals and bullshit that we're putting in our body, all the plastic that we're eating and stuff. Because don't you have that factoid, or someone like, we eat so much plastic, like every day, just inadvertently, like little pieces of plastic. It's like a credit card worth of plastic a month or a week or some kind of thing like that.
I didn't know that.
That's fucking up our fertility. 50% down from 4 generations ago. So like our grandfathers had double the amount of sperm.
That's why they had all kinds of kids, huh?
Well, so they're like, why haven't we noticed it? Because there's more people right now. So you haven't really noticed that the sperm count has gone down and whatever. But that's kind of wild, dude.
That is a little bit of wild. And I also didn't know about the plastic eating.
Yeah, so they're like 2040 or 2060. Like, if we don't change what's happening right now, all the chemicals that we're ingesting, it's all the preservatives in the food and etc.
Well, if they're still eating that and we're still are ejaculating, imagine the people we're creating.
Right. Well, I mean, Riley, he's proof. Little fucking idiot.
Oh.
He's snowboarding well, though. I told you right before he started.
Yeah.
Double black diamonds. He's hitting it this trip.
Dude, I'm really proud of him.
Me too. He's really excited and he's excelling. I mean, it's no surprise though.
Yeah, he was good last time I went out there with him.
I mean, he's just getting better and better. He's got a new board. So yeah. Speaking of kind of doctor stuff, did you see the surgeon who did the Zoom call?
No.
While doing surgery?
No.
Yeah, dude. Homeboy fucking, he's got gloves on and blood on him and is talking to a judge. Like, oh yeah, no, it's good. Like he had to, like, and the judge is like, wait, are you in the middle of a surgery? He's like, yeah, it's fine. My assistant's taking care of it or whatever. And he's like, no, it is not fine.
Oh my God.
What are you thinking, dude? Like,
wow.
The video is awesome. You're like, what the fuck? And I guess he's a plastic surgeon. I don't know what procedure he was doing, but I couldn't fucking believe it.
Wow. People are crazy. What about the guy with his daughter and an elephant?
What?
The guy went into the zoo in San Diego Zoo to take a picture with the elephant, and the elephant charged. He dropped his baby, went back in to get her. I mean, you got to watch it. It's all over the news. It's literally, I don't know how you didn't see that.
Wait, he goes into the cage?
He goes into the cage to take
with his baby,
with his kid,
oh my
to
God,
take a picture of the elephant. The elephant goes, "What the fuck's going on? This is my area." Dude storms out on the way of storming out the fence. He drops his daughter, goes back and picks her up, and then he was arrested. But
yeah,
you're talking about dumb.
He just leaves his baby to get stomped.
You gotta watch it. He dropped her, but picked her up at the same time. You know what I mean?
Well, so maybe he just got freaked out or something.
You'll just have to see.
Yeah, I'll
but
have
I
to
mean,
watch
people
it.
are crazy.
That's wild.
You got a guy doing this. Oh no, that's okay.
I've got a funny elephant story.
Oh,
good
God.
friend of mine.
Here comes a dick one.
Nope.
Okay.
So this is old Florida, early '80s. My buddy, he's 5, 6 years old, whatever. He goes to the circus with his dad, grandpa, whoever it is. I'm saying grandpa because I went to the circus one time with my grandpa when I was around this age. Anyhow, you can pay to do elephant rides after,
right?
Or during or whatever. So he's like, I'm scared. He's like, he's kind of a nervous guy, and he's like, they get up on this elephant, and the elephant starts fucking rearing up, and the elephant handler is just sitting there smoking a cigarette, calm as shit, right? And he's like, the elephant is going, rah!
Right,
and he's freaking out, and the guy just takes a cigarette out and goes, "Jump, kid." Goes back to smoking. That was it.
Jump, kid.
Jump, kid. It's been a running joke for years.
Oh, wow.
Jump, kid. It's just so nonchalant. They didn't give a shit.
God.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy we were alive in the time of circuses?
Well, I mean, just a dude standing there smoking. That's supposed to. I mean, even smoking is weird, right?
Yeah. Right.
I mean, here in California, anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, circuses. What do they do now for circuses?
I remember
People ride around on motorcycles.
And it's funny today. I know. I bet we're just talking too much. Any of these listeners are going, guys, just shut the fuck up. But and now we're talking about circuses. Just bear with us if you guys are listening, which I'm sure there isn't. I was driving by, and you know where those outlet malls are?
Yeah,
that was all land. And I have a picture of myself with watching the circus pull up out there.
Really?
Before they were all buildings, and they had the elephants and horses.
Yeah.
And I told my mom, "Can I please join the circus?" And she said, "Yes." I swear to God, I thought she was telling me the truth. I was going to run away, so I was going to go and ride the elephants and everything. And I started crying. Hey, well, you said I could go. And by that time, she's like, "Fuck, go. I don't want you.
Get out of here, Pee Wee."
I mean, you are weird looking anyways. Meaning I could, the geek.
Yeah.
Freaks, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I just want to say that's never going to happen again, which is fine because I don't think we need to be on elephants, but it was really intensely cool being a young kid, seeing an elephant, touch an elephant, seeing I don't think there was a giraffe, but horses and lions.
Right.
It's fucked, but it was really cool at the time.
That's the dichotomy of that, right? Like zoos too. I have very mixed feelings. I feel terrible for these animals, and I won't pay to go to a zoo. SeaWorld, none of that shit. If anyone hasn't seen Blackfish, and if you have seen Blackfish, you still go to SeaWorld, you fucking suck. I mean, it is. How can you do that?
Well, they don't do the orcas anymore.
No, I think they still do in some places.
Oh, I think San Diego's done with the orcas though.
I don't even know about that, man.
I'm gonna look.
Yeah, we should look it up. But like, I know that they took a huge hit after that came out. But I mean, all zoos are like that. Santa Barbara Zoo has this white snow leopard. There's a snow leopard. And he just does laps around this little thing. You feel so bad for this cat, like, because it's a smart
snow leopard in Central California,
just doing laps in the cage. You're like, this is so sad, dude. So I won't pay for that. However, like when I was little and when my kid was little, wow, it was something special. Really, really special. Because when else can you see these things?
I know.
And I know that some zoos, reproduce animals or whatever. That's not the right word, but you know what I mean. And that's a good thing. But I don't know. Overall, it seems kind of rough.
Wah, wah.
Anyways.
Anyways,
I think that we should probably get into our first song here in our first interview.
I think you should.
This is going to be the Blacklist Royals. Like I said, you guys, they have a huge catalog out there. Go check it out and be on the lookout. It's April 2nd. That new Doomsday Girl album's coming out. But right now, we're going to play Die Young.
Take on the midnight hour in this bitch in black leather soul. When time don't reach, just call my head back before I go. Oh, feel it all blade in your hands. The swarm blood rather my own left friend. We'll meet again somewhere, man. I don't know when. And we could die young. Don't you really wanna die young? wake up alone, they dim fluorescent light, like love unknown, like a ghost in the night.
How's it going?
Good. Happy Saturday. What do you guys normally do on a Saturday when you're not doing an interview?
You know what we're actually doing after this is we're having our second band practice in over a year for our other band.
Yeah.
Yeah, our other band, Bad Signs, is doing a live stream in a couple weeks, and we were all able to get vaccinated. And so yesterday was our first band practice, and like right after this interview is gonna be our second. So that's
rad. Congratulations. That has to feel great.
It does. It's really exciting to get to play music again, and some of the Blacklist guys just got their first vaccine, so we're hoping to practice for that too soon.
That's awesome. Okay, so you are both from the Blacklist Royals, right? And then you have the side project, like you said, the Bad Signs.
Yeah.
And then also, Nat, you're doing a solo as well, right? So tell me about that.
Oh, well, the Bad Signs is kind of our most active band right now. And before COVID, we actually had quite a bit of touring coming up. And we're also planning to play like a Blacklist Royals 10-year anniversary show of our first record at the fest. So anyway, when all that got put on hold, I had this idea to do just kind of a surf rock side project thing that I suddenly had time for. So I kind of went ahead and did that too. And it's been cool. Like, now that the world's slowly starting to open back up, we've been able to kind of roll all this stuff out and like we said, start jamming again. And the idea of maybe even playing a show this year, it's like,
isn't that crazy?
Starting to get exciting.
It's awesome.
Have you been jonesing to play in front of people?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Like, and just be around people in general, like a show is one of those things that is just, it's not the same when it's like socially distanced and stuff. So I'm cautiously optimistic that enough people will get vaccinated and things that like shows can happen again.
Right. Yeah. So I'm curious because you guys are twins and you, work together like musically. How is that? Where did it start for you both? Like your music journey? And then also like, what is the best thing about playing with your brother and what is the worst thing?
I think the worst thing is self-evident, and but we just have always we've always done everything together, really. So when we started playing music, we were probably like 13 or 14, and we've just always played in bands together since then, and it is really cool, especially once you start playing music with other people, to see like we can kind of vibe on a different level, It can be stressful because of that too, and I know it can be stressful for the people we work with because they're just like, these guys are crazy. But it's cool to be able. You realize how rare it is to have somebody that you can just go, yeah, just do that thing on that part there, and they're like, yeah, okay. And like you understand, and then the other people you play with, they're like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. So it's really cool. We're really lucky because of that.
That's really cool. Yeah, I asked because I work with my husband, and I'm always curious when people work together who are family members and that kind of thing, because there are dynamics that others don't understand when you're working with your family members. You know what I mean? That's why I asked like the best and the worst, because it is a dynamic and you have to constantly work on that relationship, right? Like it's not something that you can just like push to the side because you're working together too.
Yeah, it definitely adds a different layer of stress and a different layer of it heightens the stakes, you know, because when you're working with somebody you care about, then like their success or failure is also tied into your own, you know.
Right.
And props to you and your husband. That's because like I know it's not easy.
Yeah, it's cool though. I mean, I'm sure working with your husband's kind of the same way, where you feel like it's a, you know, it's good to have like a deeper tie than just, oh, we're business partners or we're bandmates. You know what I mean? And especially sometimes when things don't go well, you know, that's when what can sometimes be like a complicated thing to navigate becomes like kind of invaluable. You know what I mean?
I do. I totally know what you mean. So I'm curious, based on being musicians, and I know that you guys have traveled, what is something that you would say to somebody who's starting out being a band and they really want to tour and travel? What would be a lesson that you would say, hey, you need to do this, or like something you would say, don't do this?
Right now.
You know, what I really hate for young bands is like, I honestly, like, I don't know how they book shows, because like we used to book shows one through like book your own life type stuff, and then from like MySpace
Yeah.
and MySpace was an awesome way to book shows and book DIY shows and stuff. And now, of course, they've kind of figured out a better way to monetize social media. So like you got to pay to play, so to speak. But yeah, my advice would just be to be tenacious, you know, like Nat and I used to book all our tours, I mean, for years and years. And even into like Blacklist first record, and like, you know, you got to email 100 clubs in Biloxi or some shitty city like that to maybe get one promoter or DIY kid to get back to you. And you really have to, it sucks. But like, the one cool thing about touring that I hope doesn't change is like the experience of traveling, even when the tour sucks, even when the shows suck, is just invaluable, you know. And I wouldn't trade that for the world.
That's awesome. Do you have anything, Nat?
I just kind of would agree with what he just said. I mean, it's more big shows, small shows, whatever, good and bad times on the road. You really do gain kind of a experience and perspective that, and the more you get around, kind of the more you realize how few people have been around, you know, and they're kind of in their own little tiny world. You get what I mean? And so but as far as advice to bands, man, right now, I think like young bands or new bands are going to kind of like have to find a place to land for a while because of the venue situation. And there's probably going to be some like small venues where people usually make their bones closing up. So I'd say maybe, you know, when it's safe, I'm kind of thinking like, especially younger bands, newer bands, it's going to go back to the house show scenes of, you know, when we were younger, where it's like, all right, I mean, I encourage people to be like extremely safe, but I'm just saying, if you see a lot of those like small venues closing, I just try to find like I don't know what that, like Rob said, I have no idea how a fucking band even books an out of town show now, but I'm sure there's some sort of network of punks somewhere that are like, we have house shows. There's got to be a message board somewhere, right? Like,
yeah. Speaking of house shows, I think a house show was the first punk show I ever went to. So what was your first show that you ever went to?
I don't even.
First show?
Like that you can vividly remember, like walking in and you're like, oh yeah, this is my shit.
They did like a thing in the park one time in our hometown, and Helmet actually played the 90s. And I vividly remember that because I just kind of started playing drums, and I went home and like raised my fucking cymbals like this high, you know, 'cause that was like, which that didn't last long, but it was just so cool seeing a real band. And
I think we went to like a local battle of the bands, maybe.
yeah,
Or like maybe even participated when we were like way younger than the rest of the bands. But it was definitely, I think there was definitely like maybe an experience with like a local band, but honestly, our hometown, I mean, we kind of were part of, you know, one of the few bands that started kind of the punk scene around there because it was so isolated, you know.
yeah. So we used to play at the YWCA and the VFW and stuff like that.
Plenty of house shows.
Yeah.
I still love a house show though.
I do too.
You know?
I think you're right. They're going to make a comeback because we're actually going to have Denny from 10 Foot Pole play our front yard. Like that's what he's doing,
awesome.
And we're like, all right, let's do it.
That's
so
awesome.
Like, that's gonna be super cool, and it keeps it more intimate and very much like the scene used to be when you were a kid, right? Like it's really so.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah. So okay, so your live stream. Give me the date again because I want to be able to put that on our.
We actually don't even have it. We just found out.
Oh.
We just found out we're doing it. So I think it's going to be late April, maybe like mid-May, early May. And yeah, that's going to be kind of an interesting thing. I can't even imagine doing a live stream is like, you know, so.
I mean, we're lucky in terms of like, we've kind of, because we're in the same band, we've kind of started being able to play again, but like to have other members come into it, people I haven't even got to see in a year, and we actually recorded a bunch of stuff, but like we had recorded an album in quarantine and like would be in the studio separately,
right?
And so we're in there playing, and we were in the middle of a song, and I was like, holy shit, we've never even played this together before.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it's gonna be it's gonna be awesome. And I really I'm trying to make a point to really remember how I hope me and everybody else can remember how fortunate we are to get to do that, to go to shows, to play shows again once things open up a little bit, because like you forget how much it's amazing how easily and quickly you can get used to the way of life, you know, like you can get used to anything.
Yeah.
And it was awesome being in a room playing and going, oh yeah, fuck this. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this sucks.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. So keep me posted on the live stream though, because I want to check it out. And then we will be putting all of your socials, all the links to all of your stuff, all of your bands, and that kind of thing. So your moving forward is doing the live stream, but is there any like new records coming out? Because you said that you were recording in the studio. Is that on the pipeline?
Yeah, well, we have this Blacklist Royals EP is coming out in a few weeks, which is going to be cool. And assuming that festivals actually happen, there's a couple festivals that are actually like making moves to try to go down this year, and so
nice.
Blacklist is going to do some shows, which is exciting, and yeah, I would expect Bad Sons have a new record that should be out sometime this year, and I'm sure Nat's probably going to be doing some solo shows too for his new set, which should be a cool like different thing, like maybe a house show.
Maybe.
You know,
that was honestly kind of more of I'll play on a fucking street corner. I just need to play, like, you know. So it is kind of exciting though to think of things opening up, and yeah, I guess our first real performance out though is going to be a live stream, which will technically be a show, I guess, because there's going to be like 10 people there or something. So, you know, we played shows to 10 people before. I mean, that's not that weird.
Y'all, haven't we all?
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
what I was gonna say. That's a show.
Yeah, you go like, fuck, it's a good crowd.
If you're in a punk band, that's a show. Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking your time today. And anytime that you want to come back on, let me know. Just reach out and we'll have you on with all the guys because they're way more silly than I am. Like way more silly. So be prepared to like answer questions like, have you ever had worms before kind of thing. Like that's the kind of.
All right. I can't wait.
That's awesome. Nat. Thank you too, really.
And have fun playing today.
We will.
We will. Bye.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye.
All right, cool. Thanks, Blacklist Royals, for
That was
coming
great.
on. I'm going to listen to that interview later when I do the edit, but I am sure it's fantastic. Courtney is a lovely person.
Yes, she is.
So let's go ahead and get into some retractions, revisions. Being that Courtney and Jeff aren't here right now, I want to hold back a little bit from we had the tattoo thing that we did.
Oh, that's
There's
right.
all kinds of shit to talk about there.
Yeah, we'll have to wait.
Yeah, but I did want to bring up a couple things. I thought you were drunk during it. You went out afterwards.
Me?
Yeah, you still went out to the bar after.
Oh, I did?
You did. I heard the next day, like, oh, well, I saw Will yesterday. I was like, no, it wasn't yesterday. We were doing the tattoo thing. You're like, no, it was yesterday. I'm like, what? And
Oh, yeah. I did do it.
I was hammered.
Yeah, I was right with you.
I was surprised. And you're like, he wasn't even drunk. And I was like, really? I really thought we were on the same page. I did.
No, I shouldn't have went out. But I had a free ride.
Right?
And so I was able to go out, and I think I don't know. I just had I wanted to keep the party going.
Right. I get that way too.
Got to show my new tattoo,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You're flicking everybody off.
flipping
Yep.
which we'll tell you about on Sunday.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, no, I went out. I had a good time.
Nice. Yeah. I was fucking hammered. And it's so hard to do this show when you're drunk.
Yeah, it really ruins it.
I mean, I like to sit here and have a couple bowls and drinks while we're doing it, but like, dude, being hammered, like, cause I hadn't been drinking for whatever. I've been trying to take little breaks here and there. Like I said, the vodka, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
Yeah. So that day, me and you met here. I had a drink. We went and had lunch. I had a drink. We got there, set everything up, had a drink and a shot. I was already in the bag, half in the bag, as they say.
Well, remember, I have a different liver than you do.
I don't know. You weren't drinking like that though. I think you had one drink to my 3 right there out of the gate, so I was starting a little hot.
Wow.
But I was surprised to hear that you still went out after. I was like, God damn.
Since my mom doesn't listen to this, yeah, I had some shots.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I had some beers and shots, and we wanted to just keep low. Remember, we're like, we're not going to drink vodka. We're gonna
That's
have
right. We
beers.
brought beers and a thing of Jameson, and then we dursted the whole fucking thing of Jameson. And then he bought another bottle.
Jesus.
Fuck, I know. I was feeling it. When I left there, though, I had 2 shots they gave me, and I had stashed them over to the side I didn't take.
Yeah, really.
I did. I saw them, and I was like, there's no way. I'm at my limit right now.
Yeah.
I can't fucking keep going. I did want to bring up the half in a bag, though. What do you think that means? Where does that come from?
Half in a bag. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I know.
Half. You're half in the bag. Oh, half in a death bag or a body bag. You're almost halfway dead.
Well, that was a good guess.
You're halfway dead. You're half in the bag.
Yeah. No, I mean, clearly it means that you're halfway drunk, but it comes from a bag of beer. Like it says, a bag of beer cited in James Redding's Wares, a 1909 dictionary of Victorian slang, shorthand for a quart of blended brew.
Huh.
Yeah, so I guess they gave out bags of beer, like back in the day, 1909, wherever the fuck this guy's from. So I don't know. It's kind of wild. I'm like, oh, a bag of beer. At camping, she get a little bag of milk. I was like,
Oh, you want to know where my brain is? I was thinking half, like, you see bums on the corner with a brown paper bag,
oh, that too.
and you're half in the bag. But now I get it. They were serving beer in a bag.
Yeah, in a bag, like a plastic bag, and just
Wow.
I don't know. That's kind of a weird
Isn't
one.
it funny? The one word I can't say in English is bag.
Bag,
I can't do it. Bog.
big.
Big.
I don't think that's the only word that you can't say.
What are you talking about?
Dude, there's a couple that I can't say for sure.
Here's a retraction.
All right.
SeaWorld is ending their theatrical orca shows in Orlando, Florida.
When was that?
It is the theme park is going to phase out the signature. There's another word, a signature killer whale attraction at the start of the new year, scrapping the One Ocean show and replacing it with Orca Encounter. Oh,
So they're still keeping them. Well, here's the thing. I think though too, like the orcas, like you can't release them into the wild.
No, they're.
But like I think that what the happy medium is like the ones that are already quote unquote ruined. They should put them out into the ocean, into like a confined area in the actual ocean, so they can get the tides and other animals and interact, because they're clearly super fucking smart. Yep, there's that. I'm gonna save the rest of retractions revisions.
Okay.
I did talk to some people that are new to listening to the podcast, and they were saying, you guys, it's hard because all you have is a lot of inside jokes.
Yeah, a lot of people don't get it, huh?
And I'm like, inside jokes? I'm like, I think that's what retractions revisions is. Because it's like all the things that we're talking about from the previous podcast, right? So maybe instead of calling this section retractions revisions, maybe it's called inside jokes and revisions.
Yeah.
Something like that, because it is, I get that, but I think every podcast is like that though. Any radio station that you're listening to or whatever, it takes a minute to get to know who the hosts are and what's going on with the show.
Yeah.
So I don't feel fucking bad about it. Go fuck yourself. But
right.
I do think that there should be maybe a section that we start doing inside jokes.
All right.
Just put that in your brain.
I'll
and
put
think
that in my
about it.
brain. I'm going to think about that.
Yeah, cool. So question of the week. Once again, we're going to kind of wait. So I just had one for you.
Okay.
Because I did this the other day.
All right, I got it.
When is it appropriate to wink at someone?
Ooh. Do I have to wait?
No, I want you to answer now.
Ooh. When is it appropriate? I'd say maybe, after sex. Good job.
Another one like that, look.
Yeah, good job.
You have to do the noise though too.
I know. No. I don't know. That's really good because that's all.
Is it ever appropriate?
No, that's sexual harassment.
Well, what about if it's a dude? Same thing.
Well,
It means I want to suck your ding dong.
maybe not. That's like gotcha, boy.
Like, gotcha, boy.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I did it the other night. I winked at a dude, a bartender.
Oh wow.
I did. It was totally like it just happened, and afterwards I was like, did that just happen? Like, did I just fucking wink at this guy? I was like, we were going somewhere else out here in California. Still, even in the red tier, if you go to a bar, you have to order food, right? So,
right.
We were gonna go out to a real restaurant, not the bar food, which I eat plenty of. But you can get like a snack or something like that, and that counts as your food purchase, right? So,
Sure.
So he's like, oh, well, we were there at dinner time. You guys what are you going to order? You're like, whatever. And I was like, no, we're just here for drinks, and a snack. And I winked at him. Wink. We're not really here to eat.
Oh my God.
And he just turned around, his mullet flapped in the wind.
Wow.
Even
Even the word snack just sounds.
Yeah, we're just here for a drink and a snack. Wink.
Wink.
And I was like, why did I do that? I don't think that's appropriate.
No, wait a minute. There's a wink to let somebody know that you're in on the joke.
Yeah, like, hey,
wink.
I'm just here for a snack.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying though is like, there's different ones. Sexual winks.
Right. Okay.
There's.
I can never imagine winking at some chick and making it be any kind of cool or sexual. They see a chick on the sidewalk and you just, hey, what's up?
Well,
girl?
see, you just did it.
Yeah, I know, but that if I was a chick, I'd be like, fuck you, creep. Like.
Or it'd be worse if you did it with both eyes. Hey.
It might be better. That shows that you're funny, at least.
God, that would. So I don't know. That's interesting. I'm gonna actually think about that. Well, I don't know. I think I already did. When is it appropriate to wink at somebody? I think unless you know them, don't wink.
Yeah, I mean, I did know this guy, and it was still inappropriate. I felt like I've crossed the line somehow here.
If he had a mullet, you didn't cross any line. Okay?
Yeah.
You're fine.
I put that out there so you knew who I was talking about. Yeah. He, like I said, he just flipped his little mullet and walked back over to the bar and got my cocktails and my snack.
Oh, God. That is great.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and let's just skip all this bullshit. Let's play Ford Pier's song.
Perfect.
We're going to do Charmed, I'm Sure. He's got a new release out, Gormful and Maya. You got to check it out. And then right after it, Courtney interviewed him too. So it's going to be a time.
Great.
Well, welcome to the team. Now here's Don't you wanna make $1,000,000? Don't call it underhanded. It's just I don't wanna say 'cause it'd spoil the surprise when you step into my office. Says a spider to the fly. As you look into my eyes. Pleased to be charmed, I'm sure. Pleased to be sweet as pie. How does your garden grow? How do your leanings lie? How to get that much more? How to get twice as high? Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to try? How to get that much more? How to get twice as high? Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to try? Pleased to be charmed, I'm sure. Pleased to be sweet as pie. How does your garden grow? How do your leanings lie? How to get that much more? How to get twice as high? Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to try? Pleased to be charmed, I'm sure. Pleased to be sweet as pie. How does your garden grow? How do your leanings lie? How to get that much more? How to get twice as high? Wouldn't you like to know?
Yo, what's up, everyone? This is Jeb here. Hey, I'm doing the edit right now, and I just found out the interview that Courtney did with Ford Pier is all fucked up. The volume is crazy. I can't get Courtney's thing up. I'm not very good at this, doing the editing thing. Please feel free to hit us up at soundslikeNonsense@gmail.com and help a motherfucker out. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this interview and I'll put it out on our social media stuff as a separate thing altogether. But it's too hard to hear. I think that if you're in your car listening, you'd be turn the volume up and down, and that's just not what we want to do. So anyways, there's that. Sorry about that.
Oh, God, no!
All right, that was my favorite interview I've ever heard. I'm sorry, I have not got to it yet, man. But that was Ford Pierce. That was off the Victory album, Charmed, I'm Sure. The song that end in the interview. Yeah. Courtney has been working her butt off.
She really has.
Interviews. And she's been backed up for a while. That's why we're taking this time, since it is just the two of us, just to get this content out there for you guys. Because if you wait too long, it's not even relevant anymore.
I know.
So it's kind of some shit there. But we're so glad that everyone has submitted to us and that we even have the chance to do that. And if you're a band out there and you want to submit to us, do it at soundslikenonsense.com. Everyone that is listening, if you're enjoying what you're hearing, please like and subscribe, that kind of thing. It really helps us out, boosts it up so other people can hear, especially if you're a band. And if you're a band that's been on here, share it, right? I mean, that seems like the easy way. Courtney's built you these bitchin' sites. I think our pages, I should say.
Right, they're really cool.
It looks cool, man. It's and more information, because we've said this a bunch of times, when you do submit, the more information you give us, the more that we can tell everyone. I love the video submissions and stuff.
Yeah,
when
that
people
is
send
great.
those in.
That is good.
And soon enough here, we are going to start a Patreon and stuff. So the videos of the bands doing it, some of the videos of the interviews, because we have videoed everything. I know that everyone's just getting it audio right now, but at some point here soon-ish, maybe over the summer, we're working pretty hard right now on everything else in our lives. So hopefully by the summer, we're going to have these videos done.
But I'm still going to be behind the mask. I'm going to wear
we're going to blur your face.
You're going to blur my face. Okay. We're good with that. All right. I'm down with that.
Yeah, but tell your friends, please like, subscribe, and send your stuff in, soundslikenonsense.com. And if you just want to call and talk some shit, or if you're in a band that has submitted whatever, you can call us at 1-805-697-7070. And one of these days, I'm going to check that voicemail. Courtney checked it a little while ago. She's got all these things backed up, and I don't know why. I need to make a note of that right now to go in there and play these, because I keep asking for it, and I haven't even.
A lot of it has been just, you need to pay your bill or whatever.
Yeah, so much of that, dude. Yeah. I don't know how to skip. Yeah. If anyone out there knows how to skip,
right,
tell me, dude. Because you just want to go 7 or whatever, just erase it. Like, oh, there's another one of those. Yeah, it's so fucking. It takes a long time because there's like we get like 5 of those.
I think it's 3.
What do you mean? I've tried every button.
Okay.
I've tried every button.
All right.
So I don't know. And then doing so, I did erase accidentally a real one.
Oh shit!
A band called in and left it, and I fucking erased it, and I can't retrieve it.
Professionals over here.
I'm not, dude. I'm just dumb punk rocker. We've already gone over this.
Oh man.
So-
Well, we're gonna be on it. Okay.
Yeah, we're working on
Yeah.
it, man. It's getting better and better. Poor Courtney, man. She really has earned this trip to Mammoth.
Yeah.
She's been working her fucking ass off on this whole thing. The website was a huge undertaking. She did it herself.
That's amazing.
She's crazy, dude.
She's smart,
She's
lady.
she's just really dedicated. She works way too much. So getting a snowboard trip in right now is awesome, and it snowed overnight.
It
Snowed all day yesterday, so they're stoked. I bet she's sore. Oh, she said she fell down, so we'll have to get that story.
We're gonna get that for
Yeah,
sure.
she's like, it was pretty classic. I think
Bumps and bruises.
it sounds like she came out of the bathroom and slid down the fucking stairs.
Oh, you mean
at the place in that middle bathroom in the middle of the stairs?
in the house
Yeah.
accident? Not like out snowboarding?
Yeah, no,
oh
in the
no.
She said she fucking ate shit down the stairs. So I don't know. I just got that in a text. I haven't talked to her yet.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Wow. Jeez.
So,
That'd be really shitty if she broke something, in the house and not on the snow lane.
Yeah, right.
Snow lane?
Snow Lane, yeah.
Yeah.
I bet that's a band name. Snow Lane.
Because it's cocaine and it's in a lane.
Probably, dude.
Yeah.
I'll fucking look it up right now. All right, well, let's just go ahead. Let's get into another song. This is going to be Slow Children, Mind of My Own. And then we're going to do the interview with Out with the Boobs company.
Before we get into that, I just wanted to say real quick, I had a retraction, and this was 100 years ago. Aniba Music is back in action.
Is it?
Yeah, it is moved to a different place, and it'll be opening on April 1st. And it's going to be smaller, and I think more loyal to the record situation because I don't know if you can still get CD players anymore.
Well, dude, I just
Anyways.
got a bunch of CDs in.
All right, well, that's
yesterday.
great.
Like that comp, we had Josh Stamps on from Fist
Yeah.
Fight on Ecstasy, E-Tard Records.
Yes, yeah.
So I got an awesome party pack.
Oh.
I don't know why I'm just mentioning that. No, it's you know why? It's sitting in my car and I forgot to bring it in.
Oh.
Dude, he sent me a bunch of vinyl.
Really?
Which is really awesome. All 3 vinyls from his band, Fist Fight on Ecstasy. A ton of stickers. I'll kick you down some.
Great, great.
And then the stack of the comp, the E-Tard comp. I
That
think
you're
is-
on.
Yeah, Up Your Guts is on.
That's great.
Yeah, so stoked on that. I got a bunch of them. I'm just handing them out,
Perfect.
So if you guys want one of those, hit me up. I'll try to throw one in the mail for you.
Yeah. Not too hard.
No, and I wonder if he's probably going to put that on Spotify or something at some point. You would
Probably.
think.
Probably.
Yeah. And kind of speaking on that, like we've been doing, like last week we did the walkout tunes and whatever.
Yeah.
Walkout songs.
Oh,
and
right.
We've kind of been playing bands that we haven't asked permission. Their stuff like Tool, or whatever.
Yeah.
Or the OJs, and all these songs that we've been playing, our party songs and stuff. We're getting kicked off of YouTube.
Are we really?
Yeah, we're getting. But it's weird. It's like it's so bizarre. It's like, just so you know, you get an email like you're banned in Syria and Iraq, Iran on YouTube. I'm like, but everywhere else is okay.
Huh.
It's bizarre. I'm like, why are those? Like, there's only 3 or 4 countries that it's like, nope, can't play that. And
Wow.
I'm wondering if that's like a religious thing, because why? Is it because it's Muslim countries and like we're playing Tool and fucking
No,
Slipknot?
it's because
and
we're saying a lot more different things.
no,
so
it's
fucking-
only when, because those places allow our show
Just
until
not
we
when-
play
really?
those songs that we
Wow.
aren't allowed to, that we don't have permission.
Shit, mine was from Murder, She Wrote. They can't be that mad.
I don't know, dude. They didn't do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It is fucking pretty weird.
Murder, She Wrote. Huh.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking up Snow Lane. It is not a band.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a book though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's go. Let's go ahead and do like I said we're gonna do. Slow Children, dude. I know they aren't playing anymore. Hopefully they would do a reunion or something. They have 2 albums out. They are fucking both fantastic, man.
Good.
One of my favorite, quote unquote, local bands of all time here. And maybe
Awesome.
not of all time, but I'm giving them high marks.
Very
marks.
good.
All right, let's do it. Mind of my own.
What do you think about world peace? Famine, hunger, and corporate greed. Just stay focused on your TV. Come a slave to your screen. Pay no attention to the war outside. Stay I don't like them, but I have something that they don't. I have something that they don't. I have something that they don't. I have something they don't. A mind of my own. Think for myself. Mind to keep me safe from harm. Mind of my own. So I can think for myself. Mind to keep me safe from harm. You think the cops can keep you safe from the terrors we're facing every day? From the poisons in the air you breathe, to the vultures nesting astray. We need to wake up and open our eyes. How long will we choke on these treacherous lies? No one's safe, it's all an illusion. We have plenty of cause for the revolution.
At the point, I think I understand why human life exists and why we want it all to end. Our unexpressed nature don't make for love and peace. We'd rather burn a book than listen to what someone else.
I prefer unconfident to a change. Things I believe in will never change. Amazing foundation, a solid grip, strong enough to anchor any side ship. I won't waste time playing by the rules of the fetus people society's fool. I focus on the things that hurt me, because I'm strong and I have something that they don't. I have something that they don't. I have something that they don't. I have something they don't. A mind of my own. Think for myself. Mind to keep me safe from harm. Mind of my own. I can think for myself. Mind to keep me safe from harm. Mind of my own. Mind of my own. Mind of my own. Mind of my own. Mind of my own.
Awesome. How you doing?
Good. I'm so excited to have you here. As soon as I saw your business, I was like, you were kind of the impetus of like me wanting to do small business highlights, because I was like,
Yay!
I wish I had your product when my son was 15 years ago. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. So
yeah, absolutely, my pleasure. Thank you. We haven't done a lot of talking about Out Come The Boobs, kind of to podcast and other press and stuff for a while, so it's nice to be asked always.
Awesome. Very cool. Okay, so tell me a little bit about yourself specifically, and how did you even come to love punk rock?
Well, I grew up in East London, and I kind of grew up in a bit of a punk rock family. My dad's the singer from Cock Sparrer, if you know that band.
All right.
And so I grew up with lots of, listening to the Clash and the Buzzcocks and Stiff Little Fingers and all of that kind of good stuff. And then, just kind of discovered punk on my own and found a different way to be a punk. And, it wasn't necessarily just what kind of my parents were into and the world that they were part of, but definitely I forged my own path in the world as well. And fell in love with X-Ray Specs and the Slits and so many different like really amazing artists, and that's kind of been my life since then, really. I met my husband at a punk festival in Berlin, ended up moving to the States to marry him, and now we have tiny little punklings. And it was when I was nursing my first kid, who is now, she turns 5 on Tuesday, actually. I've got this really vivid memory of sitting there and looking at this like stack of band shirts that I had collected from shows and festivals and everything, and just thinking, you are useless to me right now. and what I have to wear is like, because that's what you buy, nursing accessible clothing. It was awful, all of it. Just
super
and so many pastels and like layers that you have to clip up here and then like unzip this bit and clip this. It's just, in the moment, none of that is practical, and definitely not stylish, and definitely didn't make me feel like myself. So luckily I had a very, very good friend who she's been a seamstress her whole life, and she has 2 older kids. And I was talking to her about, how much of a struggle I was finding to get up in the morning and put on clothes, or the motivation to put on clothes, actually get dressed. And she said, well, send me a few of your t-shirts and let me play around a little bit, and I'll see if I can see what I can do. And we ended up making like a few different prototypes and, they changed how I felt about breastfeeding, and they changed how I felt about my relationship with my body at that time. And it absolutely made a huge impact on how I felt day to day. And word kind of started getting around, and we had a few other friends say like, hey, can I give you my shirt to customize? And so we kind of looked at each other and we had that like moment. We were like, wow, this could be really impactful. Like we could do something really good with this. We can help a lot of people feel, you know, like your whole world changes when you become a parent, even if it's your second kid, third kid, fifth kid, whatever, like your whole world changes every time. And sometimes it's really hard to keep track of like who you are and what's important to you, because your focus is so much on raising this tiny human and keeping it alive and, you know, all the stuff you have to do. So we started super small. We grabbed like, I think it was like 8 shirts from eBay and from our own collections a little bit. And we kind of put them up for sale, and they just like instantly. Right. So we said, okay, there's obviously a need for, you know, body feeding shirts and shirts that are accessible to people that aren't, you know, what the mainstream market is putting out there. So that's when we kind of made the decision, like, okay, we'll give this a go. And initially we had a really hard time finding like a range of sizes. Okay. There was lots of smalls and mediums and larges, but if you want anything bigger than that or anything smaller than that, it was a struggle. So we decided that we would probably be smarter to print some of our own shirts. So we have since then kind of developed a range of different artworks, and then most of them are by sort of really awesome women, female, non-binary artists and photographers that we really respect, and, you know, have been lucky enough to collaborate with. So that's us in a nutshell, really. Cool. We're now coming into year 3, I think.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. So, okay, my question is, I asked this of bands too. How did you come up with your business name? Because I think it's genius, and your logo, like I knew exactly where you were going with it the second I saw it. But like, how did you come up with that?
We crowdsourced it because that's the age we live in. I remember I've got it all screenshotted, but I put on Facebook, if someone was going to have a side hustle converting punk shirts to allow them to be accessible for body feeding, what should we call it? And it is the funniest thread I have ever had. Someday I have to make sure that I always forget. I should need to post it like as a collection. But sure. Kick out the mams was one of the suggestions. Lots of like Mother, Misfits, Danzig kind of related suggestions. Iggy Pop 'em out. Like there was my friends are very, very into wordplay and puns. And I'm lucky enough to have a network of friends that think they're really funny. And it was actually my friend Latty he's in the north of England, and he was just like, it's got to be Out Come The Boobs. And as soon as he said that, it was just like, yeah, gut feeling, knew instantly. I'm lucky enough to know the guys from Rancid a little bit, and so I kind of said to them, we're going to do this thing, are you okay with that? And everybody sort of like thought it was very funny and gave us their blessing.
That is so cool.
Yeah, super good. But at the time for the logo, April was having, my business partner had a teeny punkling that she was nursing. Mm-hmm. So I said to her, we've got to do it, you know, like it's got to be the direct Out Come the Wolves, like as close as we can get it. And luckily my best friend in the whole world is one of the most talented photographers I've ever met, and she was like, I got this for you. So we used my front steps on my porch at my house in Oakland, and just got it right. And like, yeah, it's as close as like we can get to pay homage, you know, to not just the Out Come the Wolves one, but also obviously the, you know, Minor Threat one before that as well. So,
right. That's so cool. Oh, well, that's awesome. So how can people get a hold of your shirts now?
We have a website, www.anoutcometheboobs.com. In addition to the upcycled shirts that we do and our own shirts that we print, we also have a custom shirt service. So they make great baby shower gifts, or people can get the bespoke dream shirt, their favorite band, their favorite album of that band, and we can customize it in whatever way works best for the art, to preserve the artwork of the shirt, because that's really important to us. But then obviously to make it a functional shirt too. So they're the 3 ways. And you can find us on Instagram, and more recently, as of this week, TikTok. I don't know how I feel about that.
That's awesome.
We dipped our toes in, and a lot of people who weren't our people found us and decided we got trolled by some transphobic people who decided that they would come to our house and tell us the words that we were using was wrong. Just rude. But it's okay. We spoke with our community about it, and we feel very confident in telling people who think that they can do that to find a different page to troll rather than ours.
Yeah.
No time for transphobia and Out Come The Boobs.
No, come on now. But that's awesome. Okay, so if you are watching this video right now, you're probably on our website, so you will see the links right below to go directly to an Out Come The Boobs and reach out to Hannah. And so you do have a team, right? So it's not like they're going to be contacting you directly, but you have a team. Hannah,
no, they'll be contacting me directly. It's me and April. Yeah, we're lucky enough to collaborate with a bunch of awesome people who help make it happen. Tech people and designers and that kind of stuff. But no, when you reach out to us, it's probably me that you're talking to.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for what you do. Because like you said, as soon as it went away, like you put it on and people snatched it up, you knew that you had a product that was needed, right? So that's awesome.
Yeah, our biggest challenge is we can't sew fast enough, because we've got small children. We've got, obviously, this last year has been a complete mess of everything. So our plans for the world kind of getting back on track is to try and make sure that we're trying to get shirts on as many parents as possible. Yeah.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Thank you, ladies. Appreciate that.
That was great.
Courtney, once again, fucking taking care of Papa while you're gone with all the interviews.
Mommy.
Right back to mommy.
Yeah. Right on.
So, all right, cool. Well, it's about time for us to get out of here.
Wow.
You know, it was
Already.
brutal, huh?
Yeah, real brutal.
I do have one more question before just a closing thought, something that because now I got my vaccine, my first shot.
Right.
You got yours.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of other people in our circle and stuff are being able to get it. So now everything's opening back up. Numbers are dropping. So do you think people are fired up on that? Because it seems like a lot of people have gotten really used to not going out and whatever, and using COVID as a reason not to go to social functions.
Oh.
Can't do that birthday party. COVID.
Oh, yeah. COVID.
So you think people are going to start lying about their vaccinations and stuff? Can't do it, man, COVID. Too many people.
Too many people. I get what you're saying. I had a buddy that said, hey, man, because you get a little card at the end or something, that says you did it.
Yeah.
So how can you, can you not write your name and, take a copy of it so you can put money? Because he doesn't believe in vaccination, so he's an idiot.
Right.
But that way he can still have the pass.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think that to get your passport and stuff, you have to prove that you're vaccinated.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? And also the card thing, I don't think it matters that much, because I've heard that before too. When I did, you have to sign up. All the information is in there, dude. It's not you can't just walk in and be like, oh, I'm Jeb.
Yeah, right.
Right. I had to put in all my shit. So
yeah.
I do think that there is going to be a time. I know we're not allowed to travel to other countries right now and stuff. So I do think it's not unheard of for us to have to do that and go through with that.
We just had a friend that went to Mexico last week.
Flew there?
I don't know.
I'm
assuming.
I have a friend that flew to Costa Rica. So and then also Mike Ladon from Chaser, he was in Costa, so I know that they're open.
Huh.
And had a friend that just flew to Hawaii too.
Yeah, so I don't know.
That's our country, but still.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just think that I think that people are going to start fudging the truth a little bit both ways.
I'm sure.
I can't do it. Didn't get the vaccine, or I could do it. I got the vaccine.
Yeah.
Both.
gosh. Like for like next Sunday when I say I don't have the vaccine, I don't have to come in here, right?
That's right.
So I just, you know.
But I'm not even sick. You know, no. So yeah, I don't know. I get my second shot in a week and a half or something.
So today I am legally, I don't know. Today I am actually, this is my day. So I got my second shot, and then you have 2 weeks afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Today is the day where I am fully vaccinated now.
Good.
So
See, I thought it was a week after. I don't know.
9 days. I don't know.
Right, yeah,
I know
okay,
that
yeah.
it was Wednesday. Whatever. It's been my 2 weeks.
Great.
So I could just start sucking all kinds of.
Titties.
Yeah. No, I didn't say that.
Out come the boobs.
No. Anyways, I don't even know where that one came from. Anyways, go ahead and.
No, I mean that's basically. I'm just curious as to what the new landscape's gonna look like here. You know, with everyone getting vaccinated and stuff. I know Punk in the Park just got postponed. They're trying to do it in April though.
That's a little soon.
Dude, so soon. I saw people like saying they're going online. Friends of mine. I'm like, yeah, right, dude. Yeah. Next month. It's too soon.
A little too soon.
But Punk Rock Bowling, dude, that's coming up September. We all got our tickets, all that stuff. That's going to be insane. But I think September is good.
September sounds pretty good, right?
I think so, yeah. And I'm looking forward to a Flog and Molly cruise, too, whenever that pops back up. But I don't see cruises. Man, cruises are sketch.
I think cruises are going to be
an outdoor festival? Okay.
Yeah.
Cruise ship? I got sick as fuck when I went on that cruise last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even still like airports and planes, they still kind of fucking freak me out, dude. It's too close. I get sick a lot in those things.
Well, it's closed,
from those things.
It's a closed environment. I think what I'm very happy about is that now people are wearing masks. I think people are now washing their hands a lot more than they ever have. So I'm proud of that. That should cut us down on a lot of just even sicknesses.
Yeah, and you know what? I think that people are more aware now. If people that do know me, man, I wash my hands all the fucking time and stuff. Yeah. I'm always like that. I don't really mind wearing a mask. I will say, man, working construction with it on, and I'm pouring fucking sweat, like, it sucks, dude. Yeah. It fucking sucks.
I'm sure.
But I don't have to do that too often. It's more like coming into the house or whatever. Like, you got to wear it. But there's times that you do have to just bear it out. Man, fuck, it does suck.
Ugh. But
going to the grocery store, don't be a bitch about it. Not a big deal.
It's
very easy. And I think that, hey,
dumbass, wear a mask. Damn it.
That was almost there.
Almost there.
Hey, dumbass,
wear a mask.
Don't be a dumbass.
Don't be a dumbass.
Yeah. Well, something to think about, something to chew on.
Drink from the flask. Wear your mask.
Don't be an ass. Anyway, well, that was it. That's our show.
Sorry, guys.
No, man. I think Courtney really saved us with all the
I'm very proud. Thank you, Courtney.
And like I said, next week we're going to have some awesome guests. We have just some really fucking rad guests for you guys coming up. I am not allowed to say yet because we don't have everything written down in stone. But that's it. What do you got going on the rest of this week?
I don't have very much. So I'm just going to keep it low and slow. Wash my hands. Yeah. All my orifices.
You read that horse yesterday? Everything's good? You guys are friends now?
We're kind of friends. I'm a little gun shy now, but all right.
She didn't have to hold the reins this time?
No, she didn't. But, fuck.
You asserted your dominance.
Yeah.
I've asserted my dominance this week, too, a couple times.
I know. Garlic bread is not your friend right now.
The dude, sometimes you got to throw down.
There it is.
You got to remind people, like, say something I don't like.
Yep, exactly. Well, good.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. That's our show. Sounds like nonsense. Thank you very much, Mr. Wil. It's always good to see you.
It's good seeing you too. You guys will be out there and be safe and wear your mask.
What do we always say, Wil?
Oh,
you gonna say it?
You say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
1 in the pink, 2 in the stink, and 1 clean finger to stir the drink.
That's right. You know what? You're the best. I'm gonna play another Slow Children song. Fuck it. This song's called Lions. Deuces.
We will not pay for the crimes committed by they who call themselves our leaders today and turn their backs and walk away. I'm just one man, I hold no sway. Should I give up? Should I obey? There's nothing that I can say, but it's not hopeless. So rise and rise again till lambs become lions. Rise and rise again till lambs become lions. Rise and rise again till lambs become lions. Rise and rise again. The road to destruction's paved with good intentions, and the answer justify the means. People lose their lives so the fact can get better. We pretend it isn't happening. You can talk all you want, nothing will happen. It's life or death, feast or famine. The future's unwritten, but I hold my own pen. Freedom has to be earned. Will you stand up and take your turn, or sit back and watch it burn? No more control, we're not under command. Every woman, child and man holds the power in the palm of their hands, and it's not hopeless. So rise and rise again till lambs become lions. Rise and rise again till lambs become lions. Rise and rise again till lambs become lions. Rise and rise again. The road to destruction's paved with good intentions, and the ends will justify the means. People lose their lives so the fact can get better. We pretend it isn't happening. You can talk all you want, nothing will happen. It's life or death, feast or famine. The future's unwritten, but I hold my own pen. Mr. Jefferson, it doesn't matter how you plead for crimes against your country. You are found guilty. This act of treason is cause for punishment. Make an example so nobody forgets. The road to destruction is filled with good intentions, and the ends will justify the means. People lose their lives so the fact can get better. We pretend it isn't happening. You can talk all you want, but nothing will happen. It's life or death, feast or famine. The future's unwritten, but I hold my own pen.